Howdy, folks. Today I'm going to answer a question from Karen in Ohio. Um, it's kind of a sensitive question for me, and a sensitive issue. And I'll tell you why in a second. But Karen's question is, Pat, I have high blood pressure and a rapid heartbeat. I'm taking medicine, which makes me feel even worse. Is there any natural way to lower my blood pressure and my heart rate without all this medicine? Um, Karen, first thing I want to tell you is always check with your physician, your doctor, whoever your specialist is, before you start any kind of diet or exercise program or change any kind of program that you're currently on. Um, this is a sensitive issue for me because I've been in this health and fitness industry for about 12 years now. I've always exercised and it's been my life, and you just don't know when it comes to high blood pressure. If you have it, number one, they call it the silent killer for a reason. And I went through a little issue a few years ago where I had extremely high blood pressure. It was about 175 over 110, and if you know anything about those numbers, that's pretty bad. And apparently I was a healthy person, and living and working in a health and fitness industry and exercising every day, and you just don't really know. So, but yes, there is some ways to lower it naturally without the medicine. My recommendation is follow your doctor's instructions on your medicine, because I had to take the medicine for a little while, and only because it was so high. And if you're at high risk and your blood pressure is already out of control, it's best to get it under control first, and then try to wean yourself off of it, or your doctor will do that for you. I'm not going to make any recommendations for that, but I took my blood pressure medicine for about 3 months, and I changed all my diet. I changed everything that I was doing completely. I increased my cardiovascular exercise. I backed off on the weight training because it wasn't hurting me, but I put more of that energy in towards cardiovascular training to strengthen my heart and lungs. And within 3 months after changing my diet and everything, I was able to go off the medicine completely, and I remain off of it today. And my blood pressure is well in the normal range now, and has been for quite some time. But that's only through a healthy diet and exercise, and vigorous cardiovascular exercise as well. Um, a good recommendation is it's called the DASH diet. You can do a Google search on it. Actually, if you go to WebMD, they have an example of the DASH diet on there. It just includes a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, and a lot of whole grain products, and that's low in fat, low in saturated fat specifically. And that's one thing. Reducing salt intake, and could also be something else. Alcohol. There's a ever looming debate about alcohol and how one drink a day is good for your blood pressure and good for your heart. But in excess of drinks, it can be really bad for you. And in my case, it was. I was having more than a couple, one or two drinks a day in some cases, and it had a really negative effect on my health, on my heart health. So that's something I had to give up completely. And but there's a debate there, and I say if there's a debate, it could go either way. I would say it's best to stay away from it if you can. Um, that's my personal recommendation. And of course, weight loss is another way um, to lower your blood pressure naturally as well. And through that is just through diet and exercise, and changing your healthy changing your lifestyle habits to a healthier lifestyle habits overall. And for me, it was changing things that weren't necessarily really bad, but they were bad enough that they were affecting me, because I didn't know I was predisposed to all these things, with heart health and heart trouble, blood pressure and cholesterol and all that. I had no idea I was predisposed to all this, so it was really tough for me, because I was doing pretty good in my life, and I was living a pretty healthy lifestyle, but I had to even tighten it up even more, and just follow even more strict program. So, but always check with your physician, your doctor, your specialist, whoever you're going to before you change any kind of program. But I know where you're at, and I've been there, and it was a really scary time for me, and the medicine did make me feel really bad too, probably the whole time I was on it. But that was an incentive for me to really go out there and change my life and change my lifestyles and change the way I eat completely and not eat good most of the time, but eat good all the time and exercise every day. And it's not an option, and it's already a short life that we have, and sometimes things like this can creep up on us and take us out when we're not paying attention. So those things are there, and they're always going to be there. So it's best that you do everything that you can to head them off. But check with your doctor and make sure that these things are okay before you do anything. You can go to WebMD, find the the DASH diet, and I hope I answered your question. And good luck with it. Hang in there, and it's going to get better. Just be determined to change it, and you can change it naturally. And it took me 3 months, and I'm never taken another medication for it. And mine's perfectly fine. So you can do it. You just have to set your mind to it and go after it. So again, I hope I answered your question, Karen, and I look forward to seeing some more questions out there. And if you want to get your question answered, just go to askpatking.com, submit your question there, and I'm answering your questions every day right here on this blog. So thanks again. Take care.